kind of like it's wild. Anytime I see Katie Strang's name out there with an article, I'm like, oh, it's the Coyotes again, which is just lovely to see. So the amazing Katie Strang and the amazing Sean Tapiro have once again come together to put a great piece on the Arizona Coyotes out there. It's not as detailed and as sort of humorous as some of the other stories of Arizona to do with, we need to raise money. Let's get towels and howling. No, it's none of that. Okay, so I'm just going to read you guys some. I won't read the whole thing because go and read this on The Athletic. Great stuff. Within their agreement to play at Arizona State next season, the Arizona Coyotes and their owner, Alex Morello, will be required to avoid notoriety or the team could be forced to look for another place to play. The Athletic reviewed the venue license agreement between Ice Arizona Hockey and AVG Facilities, which was signed by Coyotes president Xavier Gutierrez and Francesca Bodie, OVG's president and business development. The president of hockey. Oh my God. President of business development. Say that fast 3 times. It's not a tongue twister. I just can't read. According to the document, if the Coyotes or Morello become the subject of adverse publicity, contempt, scandal, or ridicule for violating, quote, widely held principles of public morality, failure to conduct its business affairs with a high degree of integrity and honest and or failing acts as good corporate citizens, Arizona State can get out of the deal with the Coyotes. Now, you may be asking,
there's more?
I mean, so first off, Craig Morgan did say apparently this is normal. But this is all linked, or they say in the article, if you haven't been following the Coyotes the past couple of years, obviously the Mitchell Miller stuff, which was very serious, drafting, I don't know what to call him, but that player after what he did, go read that article and all that situation. It's really important to read. Obviously, bit lighthearted stuff besides that is they were late to pay their taxes to Glendale. And they're playing. I mean, they've been the laughing stock of the league for the past couple of years. Let's be honest. There's rarely a good headline around the Coyotes.
You've missed the probably the bigger one.
Which one?
They lost their first round pick last year and their second round pick the year before that because of shenanigans.
Because of, what was it, illegally testing prospects?
Yes, allegedly Barrett Hayden.
Really?
Yeah, because it was during, they said it was that draft year, but they won't name the player.
Well, it's really funny too that there were rumors he wanted out.
I wonder why.
Interesting. Along with this, sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Sorry, just a big thing here we didn't hear about the napkin prices.
What?
The napkin prices.
Oh yeah, when they were apparently gloating about it. There's another Katie Strang article, by the way, people that we're referring to, that goes into the Morellos coming in and kind of how cheap they are and it just not being a great place to work. It all sort of maybe contributes to this. Now, but again, Craig Morgan has said that, I'll read the exact tweets in a second because there's something else I want to get to here. Another part of the article. Arizona, like all NHL franchises, is counting on sports gambling as a revenue source in the future. As a Sportsnet, stop showing me commercials, please. Morello also owns a casino in Las Vegas, and the Coyotes already own one of the state licenses to run wagering operations. The Coyotes, however, will not be able to run these operations inside ASU's arena, agreeing that any use of the facility or any part of ASU campus for gambling is prohibited. That ban extends to a half-mile zone around the campus. The Coyotes may make a request for an event wagering facility within that zone if regulations change during the 2022 Arizona legislative session, which runs through June 24th, according to the agreement. There's more there, like beer sales and that, aka everything, like the lifeblood of money. Because we talked about this before. The drinking age in the States is lower than it is here in Canada.
It's higher.
It's 21 there. Quebec is 18. Ontario is 19. I don't know what the other provinces are, but as an example.
Alberta is also 18.
I just know France is 16. I know that's not in Canada, but I just remembered that.
I have had a long, long day. And I want to rip into this so bad because I've been thinking about this. I sent it to you yesterday, right? I sent you that good what was the exact name for it? The good behavior clause, which is normal. Okay.
Yeah.
I always see people, and including myself, including the three of us, we always, obviously crap on the market. And okay, fine. And I do think things have grown, like hockey has grown in Arizona. Like I think that's a factual statement. What I've now begun to realize slowly, and I'm finally think I'm on board with this, is this is the NHL's fault. The NHL have not put the Arizona Coyotes in a situation to succeed ever because they keep bringing in owners time and time again who, Adam, like you said, if there's the story out there about the Morellos being cheap, sorry, I don't know if that's what this organization needs right now. This organization needs someone who like Winnipeg, who's okay with bleeding a little bit of money every year right now.
Yeah.
But they've never been given that. It's just been constant problem after problem. And then the NHL is like, but we want to keep hockey in Arizona. Fine, but give them the proper owner that's going to allow Arizona hockey to thrive.
Which is crazy to me because remember, it was I'm calling this John Chaika's last stand because do you remember when he kept doing all those deals to try to get all these offensive players and try to push the team towards a playoff spot? And they did succeed to a certain extent, but when he left, that they had the Phil Kessel, they had Taylor Hall, Antti Rautinen, and Darcy Kemper were still there. It looked like they were treading towards that, but ever since that incident happened and then the draft happened and this new ownership group, it just kind of seems that they're just treading water right now. I don't know if you mentioned it, Adam, but it was also at ASU that the Coyotes are not even going to have their own logo.
Okay.
On the ice.
One more thing I wanted to mention. I'm going to get into in a second because Craig Morgan also sort of clarified some stuff about that.
Okay. Okay.
I also think there is some blame to go to ownership groups, not just the NHL, because I think we talked about this with Chase all that time ago. And I think the Morellos have tried to work on this, but there's also been criticism in the past where the Coyotes have not done a great job of reaching out to the community, which is, and I think that's something I think the Panthers have been criticized before too, but I think they've started working on it. Don't quote me on that, but that's been another big criticism, right? Is you got to reach out. Like I know it's Glendale and that, but like it's like there's been no sort of effort on the Coyotes' parts either. And listen, the league's never been good at growing the game either. But so just one thing is, so there was a thing going out there that apparently the Coyotes couldn't put their logo on the ice. It's kind of a bit mixed. So Craig Morgan, in the same sort of, he did a thread of quote tweeting his stuff, asked for some interpretations that the Coyotes won't be able to put their logo at center ice at ASU's multipurpose arena. That is incorrect. Both teams' identities will be reflected. All that the agreement stipulates is that the Coyotes cannot alter anything ASU puts on the ice. Which is sort of, you know what I mean? There's a bit of in there. That's not a very straight line, but I don't know if they're going to do like a Kachina Sun Devils mix-up, which that could be pretty sick, but it still says that, yeah, they can't alter, because they don't own it, which is embarrassing.
They should do, I think this is the best alternative. Just put an A in the middle.
Just put like a collegiate A.
Just put an A, yeah.
Just put a cactus there, just about purple A with a cactus on, just about.
Just not on the jerseys.
Oh yeah, you hate fun. You didn't watch? Do you like Wile E. Coyote and like Looney Tunes? Did you watch that when you were a kid?
I did.
And you didn't. And what are you doing here?
I don't know. I like the Kachina. I just don't like the retro reverse. I like to just like make that clear. I like the original Kachina jerseys. I just don't like the retro reverse.